Thank you.
ke bona pele re ka ka toka kana biso la principal ke bona
lebitso la ka ke Mncedisi from Boqa.
Principal ke bona go mona for di mo tsena and today re bona ke back to school. I think Deputy Minister wa Tourism and Mayor of Ding and President Adwa Mwati speaker and dignitaries they are here. Ke mantswa fe mo ka bua especially ile galo mona sebakeng sena sekolo sena sa Yakhisizwe o la qetela go di principal wa Yakhisizwe ke taba e ka buang tlhako ke nako ka o le mona principal o le mona principal o le teacher o ba principal na go ka and o ka reng fela ka taba ena e launchwang campaign e launchwang ka jeko ya back to school.
Ke na le mo 32 ke le sekolo sena a ke soka ke sebetsa sekolo se seng ka ba se fela a sa le ke qelo sebetsa hona mona ke palame all the steps head of department deputy principal official like ba principal hona sekolo sena ska today ile back to school. Back to school it's a new beginning. It's a new beginning. Tota 2024 di fitile re qala di tota 2025 e re fa monyetlo hore mo sa tsamayang hantle teng o lokiswe o tlo ho tishere o tlo ho ngwana sekolo o tlo ho motswadi o tlo ho HGB re qale mo in a clean slate re lokise re improve mo tlameleng re improve teng ke nana 2024 e re file di lessons itse o sa di lessons tsa 2024 una dintho tsa re ithutileng tsona so tlameleng le mo sela re di etse hantle hore ho be hantle sekolo se hole ho feta ka mokgo se hola ka teng se batla se hola se potlakile sekolo sena.
Principal ha ona nka o bua ke hopola sekolo sena se ne sa perform hantle ho ha se ne se tshwara bo ma 60% ha hore ke 70% mara e sa lola fihla wa principal sekolo sena hona na se ne thola re se tswa number 1 o fumana hona di hlile bana ba sebetsa ka thata potso nka botsa wena principal o no etsa jwang hore sekolo sena ke ntho tse feng tse o di entseng ho fihlela sekolo sena se le boemo mo se le mo sona mo dignitaries di letsa bona office ya the minister deputy minister ba ile ba bona bohlokwa ka jeko ba tlo launch campaign ina sekolong sena sa ha so le principal o sona ke mantswe a fe ka bua le tla bona
ke nnete ha ne ke qala 2014 sekolo sa rona ene le setshisa ne se le trapped mano 60% 70% se sebetse hantle ho hang ebile batswadi ba ne ba nka bana ba bona sekolong sena ba isa dikolong tse betere ka hobane ne re sa sebetse ana ke nka ne re na le bana ba 539 and o na le rumors tsa sekolo sa bona Stokwana because ne sa attract enrollment ya bana maka le mosapile fela ke nkile over ga ya go 82%. I think 82% they would like one day to address abana le matšhere mo assembly ke re change is pain ke be bua le mantswe a reng no pain no gain ke bua le matšhere le SGB le bana gore re kgone go fetoga bana le change ha wa tlama go bele any one of us are comfortable o bana that change once everybody I am I would also wa sebetsa re ke se re a sekolo se tswa be re tsale bana ba sekolo if re batla change tshwantse re be le pain re feel ama at the end of the day pain ele re fitsing in e tlo re fa gain e itseng ha ke bua lona tjena the last 4 years sekolo se na se performa above 90%, and then from 539 early ya 2014 nona jwale re bua ka bana ba 1000 plus re fumane just now 6 new teachers re qualified for the second deputy principal so se hodile haholo tourism re katela re tena re introduce tjena re bona hore strawberry re phela mo yona when you look around Parys there are lots of resorts here, and then but what's on Gauteng in all the provinces ba feta hona mo ka R5 we are Bloemfontein so ra re bana ba rona ba ka ba le menyetla e beterenyana ya ho sebetsa hona mo ha tseta grade 12 fela tshwantse a ba le job ready we are ka menyetla e le teng around tropo ya rona ga e bona ntho ya re sebeletsa.
Principal re leboha ka commitment ya hao, dedication ya hao, mosebetsi la sebetsa ka thata ho fitlela sekolo mo se leng teng ene modimo a o etse hantle ra tseba go so beile moja fatshe
ke a bebe
mara mosebetsi wa o ke wa lebalwa mosebetsi wa hao o ngotse matlapeng a sekolo sena hore ka nne to contribute la ho principal mantswa o qetela o ka buang o ka re baneng ba sekolo bana ke na back to school e tlile sekolo sena e tlile ho bona ka jeko ba bontsha bohlokwa ba thuto hore thuto ntse le bohlokwa ke mantswa afe o ka buang ho bana ba rona ba Yakhisizwe le bana ba dikolo tsena kaofela tumahone Parys ke mantswa afe o ka buang hlakwana
ke tlo re fela thuto ke lefa la bohlokwa haholo ke lefa le mang kapa mang a kekeng a lenka ho wena le ha o le motho wa mme o ka nyalwa o na le thuto ha ntate a o sotla ka ntho tsa GBV a o sotla ka o etsa eng ha o na le thuto o tla ba le ntho tla itshwareletsang ka yona e tla o phedisa ha o tlo iphumana o phela ka tlasa abuse ya ntate because o sa rute le yena a tlisang dijo mo tafoleng ha o ruteile o kgona ho ikemela haholo le motho wa mme ke rate hore baneng ba banana ho bohlokwa haholo hore ba rutehe because lefa leo le ha o ya to grave you take your certificates le wena to the grave hona motlatla dinkang ho wena ke ratela ntho e thuto
principal ke re ba mantswe ke tla bua fela o qetela gore ke bopa thuto ena ona le yona ha o bolele ha o beile meja fatshe jalo beile meja fatshe le experience ya thuto ya ho fihla gore principal tse ntjha tse di fihla le matitjhere ke dumela hona no tla no contribute o bona ha be batla ba ikemisitse ho mamela ba ikemisitse ho ruteha ke tshepa gore modimo a etsa hantle le matsatsing a wa phomolo modimo a o ruse molemo sa fele wena la pala ka mantswe le principal
ke na le
kana diselama ke bona letsa mosebetsi o motle mona o ka hlalosetsa batho bohle ba tla ba shebeletseng hona jwale o ka re mo bona ho etsahalang ke group ya
ena ke group ya di-majoretse sekolong sa Yakhisizwe high ke ntho e ntle hore ditramisi di be teng e inspire bana ba bangata ba tswe dintho tse ngata then ditramisi as you can see ba batle re batla kaofela
maikemisetso a lona jwale ka trama jwale ke a feng Yakhisizwe mona sekolong maikemisetso a lona kapa plan ya lona ke efeng o bona le hola le tswela pele jwale ka sekolo le etsa sekolo motlotlo ke mantswe a feng o ka bua hlakoreng
nka bona sekolo sa rona se tsweletse pele drums di ka hole nka bona le group ya ka e kene le dikolo tse ka bang ba dikolo tse ngata tse drums nka bona re le phateng ha nka bona re le phateng ya bona ke ikutlwa ke thabile haholo.
Councillor, re mona sekolo sa Yakhisizwe ka taba ya back to school. Re bona Deputy Minister wa Tourism ya tla and re bona re na le Mayor, Speaker and other dignitaries. E ka ba ditlile mona sekolo sa Yakhisizwe hantle le tlo
No, Kabakala School Senator Yakhisizwe has been performing very well in the past years. We want to encourage the learners start 2025. We really want it's a school, but for a tradition of school, they must perform to the best of their ability. So, we invite the guests or they must come and just grace the school and then bless the learners start the same.
Le ba mamedi mo batla ba re shebeletse ba le teng mo mametsi ba le teng hona jwale e ka be le tsholo lena la campaign ena ya back to school e bolela eng especially ha le tlile mona Yakhisizwe?
Thuto ke senotlolo re batla baetapele ba e leng hore ba na le tsebo ya dintho like mohlala motseng ona wa heso re na le mathata a metsi. We need engineers, we need batho ba qualified to ba kgonetsa mosebetsi o rarolla mathata a re nang le ona re le mmuso. So ke karolo ya rona re le mmuso encourage bana ba rona hore ba thole thuto ene thuto e maleba. So ke ka hore le mona ka shekuru batho bohle ba kgonang ho ya sekolong re na le di finishing school for those matriculant who did not make it last year. They can then go to finishing school and complete their matric. It is not difficult, it can be done. So we are encouraging all learners to go and study hard as they can so that they become the solution to the problem that we are having.
Councillor, potso ka o qetela ke na hore ra tseba dikolo di teng o swamile taba ena bana ba sa sebetsang hantle sekolong ba kgothaletse ene taba ke hore e teng hona jwale ko re nane dikolo di ngata bana ba bangata ba nyahame ba bang ba tswa fela hara nako ene le tsholo lena ke nana le bohlokwa motseng mona wa rona wa tuma wa Parys jwale ka Deputy Minister a tla tlo hatella le ho supporta le tsholo lena la back to school. Ke mantswe a feng o ka buang ho bana ba sekolo dikolo tsena kaofela motseng wa rona wa tuma wa Parys? Ke mantswe a feng o ka ba kgothatsang le bana ba sa ka ba sebetsa hantle bana ba bang ba sa sebetsa hantle ba ipolaya ba bona nka ho fedile ka bona mantswe a o qetela councillor ke a feng o ka buang le hlakoreng?
Hona le ntate mane America mo le nna ke ne ke nyahama mo bophelong. Hona le ntate o rile ram writer or for it. He will never become the president of the United States of America. But yesterday was inaugurated Donald Trump, and the first word that he said was never give up. And then I would also like to convey that message to all the students: never give up. Whatever the challenges, say one thing, whatever troubles that we are faced with, never ever give up in your life. You will make it, you will succeed. Sebedi so mamello etswala ka tleng. Motho lazy will never reach anything, so never give up in life.
Councillor ga le bulo menane ntho ke lebetseng fela o e botsa gore le bitso la councillor ga ke ba ke tlo ya dintho tsena kaofela gore ba tle ba tsebe ona re bua le councillor mang wa bo DF
marona le ntho ena na pele nka bua le bitso la ka ke ratang fela hore re ke fitise fela ka bokgutsenyane. Hona le meketjana molo o tshwarang patumo selemo le selemo ho thiki di fariki ke kopa bana ba rona ha re hodise di fariki ke kopa batswadi re shebe bana ba rona because ntho ya hore motho a recognize as a fariki ke ona ntho ile ang kutlisa bohloko hore I can le ke le tjena na bophelo bo ke bophetse but no at not stage ke le ka recognize ke le fariki even if mutla ka mpotsa hore Farik, I will say no, I give Farik. But even bophelo ba ka bona bo bona le bophelo ba Farik. But when you come to the mindset or now Farik and I can behave and justify behavior like that, then we are having a problem as a society. So this is, I need to address it. We need to address that situation as the community, because we need leaders. We cannot have leaders like Farik. That cannot be encouraged. But help it all like more music.
Ke Sello mo kwena.
Yakhisizwe sekolong sena sa Yakhisizwe mo ile gona ke back to school campaign le petso lena ra bona deputy minister wa tourism, ra bona mayor wa majoro ba teng, speaker ba teng mo supporta petso lena. Ke bona tshwa fa le ke bona bana ba khaire ntle Yakhisizwe mona o ka re sa ka taba e bona bana ba ke khaire go etsa ba bana.
Okay, re na le bana ba bona ba khaire monana. Ha se khale re qadile ka yona ke khaire e ntjha, and then re tlo pinela batho ba tlabe ba itendi official national anthem le tse ding tsa dipina tse iloreng di tla ba hlabolla ba be hantle fela. Ke khaire rona ke bana ba discipline ke haholo, and then le tla utlwa ka bona
se bile ke hlaborile ene ke bona ke ba batla ene ke tshepa gore dipina tsa bona tla re etsa morero le mafuta a gore ke di beise le kae le bina monate se re tla utlwa he mohlang le binang he ka CFC TV media re thabile bana le lona ene le batle modimo a letse hantle.
So I'll do the introduction afterwards. But let me start by welcoming, just my few welcoming remarks. The acting principal and all the teachers that are currently here. Banabas Skolo, I'm not sure, is it the grade 12s only? Okay. The chairperson of the SGB, Councillor Sipo, it's important. And excitingly speaker will now and so that's the leadership at SGB, but leadership as well. So in front of me I have the executive mayor Kikopa OM, the executive mayor of Sello Diabetes District, and that is Dennis Khasudi. And then with Dennis Khasudi, we've got our member of legislature, the MPL, OO legislature, Free State legislature, Mme Ntabiseng Khabo. Okay. And then Renali Nto, member of parliament. I give OO legislature, which is the Free State. And then we've got a member of the National Assembly, ele me manese mfukeng la mtsebanga o tswa mo Parys o Cape Town now. Yes. And then speaker somewhat me then mfukeng to Yakhisizwe yo was nehem mupedi osmana sa speaker so ka don shaka tsoka and then nehem mupedi she gets speaker somewhat ke na le councilor Msipidi ke ward councilor ya lona o tswa la mtseba ward 11 ke ntate Msipidi la ke MMC wa rona ha be mo municipality ntate Msipidi ya Sello ko for the minister ward ya ho
halala wa 11 halala halala.
And then get happily the district municipal manager Elaine Ntate Thomas. I'm not gonna introduce Tiwahona because according to the levels, see when I introduce a protocol. So get the levels when I go to move that Mona. So but I don't say it's what we introduce the DM levels again. I can't but now get the guests on and then the DM would like to introduce us stuff once I told a chance of. But the reason why I really want today, I just want to narrate the story to you too. It's a give wheeler in front of the principal and the teachers. It was on a Wednesday that MCB just had the ward councillor Ufila Konna and said majority for Banaba Soka. And I was saying, but normally we help Katzena Lizena, we don't have a war uniform. And the community expects us speaker as councillors to take out of our pocket and buy the uniform for Banaba Soka. Now it's a challenge because but the expectation is that we must help. So let's look at all the ward councillors, but at this is what we need. So fortunately enough, at night, I don't know. I received a call from the deputy minister. I'm looking for a school that I can assist whether it is school uniform, whether it is whatever that needs to help the kids and so forth. And I said to her, DM, you came to the right place because so I am taking you to Yakhisizwe so that we change there in terms of what needs to happen. But the DM will explain furthermore what is the assistance and how is that going to help. Our intention is to assist the schools, and before DM, because before I leave, I just want to say to the teachers, thank you very much, because currently, just with a slight margin at 0.2, we would have been #1 in the Free State. A slight margin. We would have been #1 in the Free State. But in terms of the district, we are #1. It's what? And if it's not for the efforts that the teachers and the kids, this would not have happened. When the MEC of Education made a presentation, since 2021 we were #1, as what? And then we dropped during 2023 because of all the things that was happening in Parys, the instability that was happening. And we understand that based on the instability of issues of Meti and so forth as a municipality, that you can't study in an environment more Meti, DVCU and so forth. But our teachers continue to make a plan and assist where they can help, where they can do. And I would like to say thank you as the Executive Mayor of Moate that even in the difficult circumstances, we still rise. I was just told that the former principal Usa resigning, and I would also just give my word of gratitude Thank you very much. If it was not for you, Yakhisizwe would not have been more elite. We know the history of Yakhisizwe, and we know when you came, you then moved, you raised like an eagle from dust, and then you rose. And Yakhisizwe became a school in the 90s, because many school Yakhisizwe. So we know the history. We know the history. Now, with those words said, it means Lona Lina Liberation, grade 12. You can't drop the ball. You cannot drop the ball. I think you are currently in Parys number 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. In Parys you are number 2. So you can't drop the ball. The DM in the briefing session said she wants 100% because the plea was that she must adopt the school because school is better tourism and a little 100%. So that's her department. I'm sure I'm just lobbying. Kautusa acting principal lobby so that she really adopts the school in terms of tourism, so that we can see how do we change that. And when I heard about your trip, Yakhisizwe, I was like, because I've been there, and I'm like, it would be a different opportunity for those kids to go over tourism to Yakhisizwe. And DM, maybe we can do it together, but I would like to assist with the trip. Yeah, Yakhisizwe. So, I know the place, whoever is doing tourism will love the place and you will come back and change. So ours is to make sure that education becomes the best. With those words, DM, MPL, MP, the pit bulls, next DM. The only thing that it will do is that if you don't leave and say I have adopted, then thank you very much.
Esteemed guests, teachers, along with learners. My name is Tulufelo Masona. I am deeply honored and humbled to stand before you today. An esteemed guest, your presence at our school is highly appreciated, and we hope this will be your last visit. As a former tourism learner, I learned that tourism sector is a vital component of our country's economy, as it provides employment opportunities while showcasing our rich and cultural tapestry. However, I believe that there is still much to be done to fully harness its potential, to not only create jobs, but to offer a range of fields to study while contributing more to the growth in the economy of our country. I am particularly interested in the language and communication side of tourism and wish to study further to obtain a linguistic degree, in full a Bachelor of Arts in Language and Literacy Studies with Language and Communication at the Northwest University. I chose this particular field because I know and understand the importance that language and communication plays in facilitating interactions between tourists and locals. Hence, I believe that with language and communication broadened in tourism, it could help to bridge the gap created by language barriers between locals and tourists. As in the words of Nelson Mandela, I quote, "Without language and communication, one cannot talk to people or understand them," unquote. However, learners such as myself fail to receive financial funding and support to further their studies in tourism because study fields such as tourism studies do not receive as much recognition it deserves and exposure that it needs. Hence, more initiatives should be developed to emphasize the importance of tourism-related studies, to spark interest in minds of young people so that they could pursue the tourism not only as a career but also as a subject. I hope this would give knowledge in order to invoke an unshakable force and thrive in the face of a seemingly insurmountable odds, to give South African tourism the exposure it needs, and to draw interest in young minds and minds of all people. In conclusion, I would like to express my gratitude to the Minister and all distinguished guests, and most importantly, to the head of our school, working tirelessly to ensure that our school is in order, and dedicated and passionate teachers who shape not only our minds but our future as well. In the words of the great Nelson Mandela, I quote, "Our rich and varied cultural and heritage has a unique capacity to bring us all together," unquote. Hence, let's all contribute to showcasing this to the world in tourism. Thank you.
In 3, 2, 1, take.
Ba e sentse re le sekolong sena sa Yakhisizwe mo lefapha la tourism le tlile mona le masepala facilitator municipality le ngwati back to school le pitso lena la back to school hona jwale ke na le data tswang tourism data re thabela bona le wena ka re ditse na ho data tswang
Sibonelo tourism
Tatwaka re a thabela ba mona thabela o tsela tatwaka re na le putsonyana e leng fela e leng tse pedi ke rata ho botsa hore jwalo ka lefapha la tourism ke eng ntho la etsa le bone le bohlokwa le tle motseng ona wa Parys sekolong sena sa Yakhisizwe ba ke sa campaign ena le pitso lena la back to school ke mantswe a feng ka bua ke eng ntho le bone a bohlokwa hore ka tla le tlo celebrate kapa le tlo campaigner kapa o tswisa campaign ena back to school sekolong sena sa Yakhisizwe.
Back to school campaign is a comprehensive program for government in general, but in particular it resonates with the Department of Tourism because Parys is one of the tourist attraction destinations. I'm sure you might have seen a lot of adverts. It's a vibrant town, and there are a lot of attractions, but also interestingly, when conversing with the tourism educators, one learner achieved distinction in the tourism subject, and I think we need to celebrate that and utilize it as an inspiration to other fellow learners, but also identify opportunities of how to take it further and integrate it, domestic tourism, integrate it with a number of opportunities in the sector of agritourism, the language. We now have a trusted program which will see the influx of Chinese and influx from India. So we need to start preparing for that as a country. So Yakhisizwe is posed for such opportunities even in the tourism sector.
All right. Thank you very much. I know that the other leaders who did not perform well in the meeting 2024 honors. Others I know they failed, others they are discouraged. What can you say to them? Just
I don't think they've failed. I just think they've discovered some of the ways which are not productive for the acquisition of a national certificate, and they are not going to do that again. And they will actually turn out to be best performance. I myself have failed, and failure does not condemn you, but it teaches you which route is not leading to a successful failure. So to them, utilize that as a weapon to be stronger, and they are still young. You know, they might have been distracted by some of the few things, but they are now very focused. You know, many of them will turn out to be very successful business people, and amongst those who will say they failed, you know, they might even be a future president.
It's true. I think the last question will be, what is it that we can say to the 2025 matriculants, just to motivate them, just to motivate them. I know it is not easy, and especially here in Parys, all the learners from this township and the facilitator district. What can you say to the matriculants of 2025?
Platforms like the YouTube channel are an indication that we are now part of the globe. So when you look for opportunities, don't only look where you are, you can look anywhere in the globe, and there could be someone who is looking just for that particular person. So to me, I would say analyze your capabilities, package them. Those who are good in talking, you know, develop good content and plug it to the globe, and someone can just headhunt you, you know. So we are part of the globe now. There is no failure. What you might think is failure is an opportunity somewhere else around the world.
The dog Sello.
Ke a le dumedisa mabewa na matle tšhaba sa Morena Mosheshe tšhaba sa o bewa peo ka baka la botle ba sona nna ka lebitso ke Ditebotladi ke mokona modibedi wa ga matshosane wa mphutle ya Sergeant Sengathana sa Mabane ka Seboko ke tla sekolong sa Yakhisizwe secondary school ka jenlena ke tlo fepa ma-Afrika Borwa thothokiso ena dikgetho Afrika Borwa ga thaba ga utlwa monate re qala le hona tsatsi la Thabola nyaka le leke ke nna le baleha motho motshwana tere ya qala go kgethana laneng ya Afrika Borwa le mosaphetho sa ke teng mo magolo go bo mashime go bolle metsemene go dinya mesapone ma Afrika Borwa go bokana bo ikgethela thathohatsi Mora Mandela Madiba mo le a se kotsomala se moratsana se tule mo president Mandela so ngwana tshagintse Nelson Mandela wa o hlola mengwaga tšhankane pula Madiba tata tšhaba sa Afrika Borwa mo ka o bere wa go kopanya magoa ma India ba mmala le bona bathari entso dipuo tsa bona tsa tsokana tsa etsa mokodi motle wa lo palla mokodi Afrika Borwa mebala ya batho ka mefuta phetisela mokodi wa ba gokedi go ba ditšhaba ba tshela Madiba le Madiba o tla o gamela fubeng sa hao Afrika Borwa Basotho ba mmetlagolo o le bisa boabo wa Mandela Mogasela wa Mbekisitulo tlamini kwete ya mo Afrika ya sekotsa malara nara nyakalla ka le masakete pedi le metsemene a qaputsa le o sesa ka go democracy ngwana Masisi sisi a nahanela maseya bona bo mantetegwane ba o sa tsebe boipuella a ba buella ba fa ditšhelete se thabisang diho sisi a ikgatha tema ya hae be humanity Basotho ba ja o siele matsalle tsa Basotho be so dipolelo ha difosi wa Mbeki Mogasela wa hlwa go motsalle se mogatsana se sa kgetheng tshobotsi Jacob Zuma kena ka maholo le a matla tshwere pheko ya HIV le AIDS yona phamokate mola ya sehlong a qhaqhaqhaqhang e tshikile mabitla di milione a phumula me ya kgwatlisa tshepo tšhabeng sa Afrika Borwa Basotho ba bana ba kgwale ba bitsana ka melodi mosholozi wa kgeleke a bitsa wa mphato wa Cyril Ramaphosa a re ihlanake o ntshetse mosebetsi wa diphallo pele Cyril Ramaphosa phalla jwalo a tshwere di 350 a fa bo mauthwathwane bona ba hloki ba o kgalla fatshe le ka jeno a boetsa kgethile Afrika Borwa a fetotse mawa kgethile mmuso wa kopanelo ena taba ke tshita boholo qhaqhaqhang e hlokang Solomon wa Bibeleng Basotho le reng ha bopedi di kgonya sakeneleng a moya mahlo a o bontsha ngwana mo Afrika nna ke le mogadi wa Tladi ke kopa khotso pula nala ka romarela Afrika Borwa
Let It was a very short space of time, but we tried, and then Kahara School Red Center, Nitafumana Sebediswa, that is a ruler, a and then the department also they brought her the water bottles. But I was about to tell you how I can see now. There is official of the department. They have to name the bottle water to the department. So I can't internally you can still say it's a little. The more if I pay, and how would I want to pay again? And then I can say what I'm going to and also if I pay, I'm backing out. If I can you know, I don't and that is Christimo. Here, I can say, Honey said it's a hundred. Live future loan, even more sector in tourism. You'll get yourself international. Where's a trip is about Dubai? Where's a trip? Only company high African native tours. Money trading from the Fabali and Larona. Lights and to Emily with Barazamo Hiramacha. Una di office block funding, una di office kid down, una di office the box or 30 sanitary towels. 308 sanitary towels.
Ba se tlhompile letsatsi la kasheno motseng wa Parys Freestata re na le deputy minister wa tourism Freestata mona o tlile sekolong sena sa Yakhisizwe. Deputy minister ke bona le sekolong sena sa Yakhisizwe ra tseba ona le sekolo se tsile number 1 ngwathi mona ke sa Parys ka Dropong e wa phela Yakhisizwe tsile position 3 e ka bele baka ke le feel lo susumeditseng gore o tle sekolong sena o tletsa back to school sekolong sena sa Yakhisizwe.
Ke a leboha ntate pele re tsale ka hore ke gola wa tseba hore ke ne ke tlile mena beke tsa ho feta ile hore ke ka mora hore president wa naha ntate Ramaphosa a mphe boikarabelo ba hore ke tshwanetse ke sebetsa di district ena for le tsena tse hlano tse tlang lebaka e le hore le montse I think 5 years le montse hlano tse fetileng president it's a model one delivery social masipala a bitsa gore ke district delivery model yaba letona le leng le le leng le fuwa district ka hara naha bona o tla sebetsa le district ena o tla sebetsa le bo masipala bao ba ka tlasa district eo o tla bona gore ho na le service delivery ho na le tswelopele dikolo di-clinic ntho tsena kaofela jwale ka hobane ke ile ka emewa responsibility eo ke mo president le monse fedileng ha se ya makalong ke ka moo ke itseng ha ilo ha go fitla nako ya hore ke shebane le taba ya back to school program ka ke tshwanetse gore ke tle tumamole ye nngwe ya ntho tse ntseng gore ke kgetha tumamole ba nne kana ka kgetha sekolo se seng le se seng se ke batlang ho se kgetha district le nngwe le nngwe ka hobane ka ntle le ho ba fela ke district ka hobane ke national kwana nkana ka ya Limpopo nkana ka ya Cape ka ya mara ka baka la tsela ba sebeditseng ka yona go tsa thuto district ena ra tseba gore e tsile go beding ka pela number 2 district ka ofela ka hara South Africa
ka bona go le bohlokwa gore ke tlo ba kgothaletsa gore ba sebetse haholo go feta ka go ba sebetse ka tobane ke batla ba bona ba le number 1.
Ra le ba deputy minister go tseng ya dila se ke nang le yona gore re bone bona le ka nnete go teng ba ga mo nako ntse diphetho tse kgolo batho ba thabile matishara thabile SGB thabile e ka ba maikemisetso a go tloa mona go ya pele ke eng ka sekolo sena gone ke a bona o swantse o adoptile sekolo sena e ka ba maikemisetso a gago deputy minister ke a feng go etsa bonnete ba re sekolo sena se tswela pele selemong sena motlhomong se achieva percentage ya 100%. Ke mantswe a feng o ka bua letlhakoreng la deputy minister?
Ke ile ka utlwa ha e mongwe wa basuwe a bua ka gare ka mane a re fa history ya gore sekolo sena se tlhaga kae gore sekolo se qadile se le kae go fitlhela se mona mo se leng teng. Program ena ya rona ya adopt a school, adopt a police station, adopt a ski program ena kgale e qadilwe ke mmuso. Ntho e tsagalang o thusana le sekolo go sheba ditlhoko tsa sekolo seo and hape o sebetsa le school governing body ya gore le bona bana ba o fetsa report ba o bolela gore o etsagalang mo ha ona le taba ya botlhokotsebe go etsagalang sekolong ke boikarabelo ga gore o tsamaya le go buisana le lefapha leo la sepolesa le bona gore le thusana jwang na ha go na le ngwana mo sekolong ya nang le bothata bo itseng bo etsagalang haya ke le bana ba bang ka nako tse ding bana ba hlaga malapeng a sianang o tla fumana gore ngwana mo lelapeng le leng ga go mona le nna le ntho re bitsang gore ke abuse wa abuse hae empa ha bue mare teacher ka gobane ke dipeletso di kgona go bona ha ngwana maemo a se matle re a eng ka ebe boikarabelo ba rona ba re thuse ngwana eo re thuse lelapa leo.
Go na le bana ba bang ba sa kang ba atleha ba entse matric 2024 ga ba ka ba atleha and go na le bana ka jeko ba etsa ke 2025 ba etsa matric ba rata go bona bapa ke mantswe a feng o ka bua mo ba le ba sa kang ba atleha dithutong tsa bona selemo sena se fetile le bana ba kenang matric ke mantswe a feng a o qetela o ka bua minister?
Ke rata go kgothaletsa pele ba ne ba sekeng ba atleha empa ke thabile go utlwa gore ka ke ngwana le mong ka babedi fela ba sa ka ba tswelela mona empa ke nagana gore mokoa ba ka gore ke seke ka botsa gore bana bao kapa bona mo o ka nagana gobane nka ba kgothaletsa fela ka gore ga se go fela ga lefatshe ra tseba gore mmuso wa rona e ontse le program yane ya gore ga o feitse gona jale o ka ba o a pheta gape o iteke o tsamaya o lo ngwana ke nagana ke ka matšha le ke polantle o lo ngola gape o bona gore a ke se o etse mosebetsi o betile go feta mosebetsi wa nako e fetileng bana ba hara matric gona jale rata gore go bona ba leke bokotlhe ba bone ba bone gore ba re etsa motlotlo ba etsa batswalo ba bona motlotlo ka gobane ba hlaga malapeng e re tsebang gore ga se malapa a tsitsileng ga ke bua he ka taba ya poverty so o no nagana gore ga motswadi a isa ngwana sekolong especially matriculants o mo isa ona re ngwaneno wa ka nnete ke batla e sekolong ke tla mo ruta ka gobane ke batla go etsa bophelo wa ka e be bophelo bo betere go feta bo go bophelang ra ba kgothaletsa bana ene ga le gore ga ba atle ga selemo se fela ba ne ba ye go pele ba seke ba felelwa ke matla re teng re tla ba support re le mmuso.
Deputy Minister ke se ke lebohile haholo.
Ke a leboha.
Executive Mayor ba Mathe Municipality. Executive Mayor,
thank you very much.
Okay. Executive Mayor, re bona re mona sekolong sa Yakhisizwe back to school the page ka ba launch campaign ya back to school. E ka ba le baka ke le feng le ntse go bona jwale ka masepala le bona le bohlokwa gona le tle mona Yakhisizwe go tlo launch campaign ke a bona le deputy minister wa tourism o teng mona dignitaries ba teng mo supporta letsholo lena la back to school Yakhisizwe e ka be ke ntwe la susumetsa hore sekolo sena le sona se tla launch back to school campaign.
Okay, lebaka le ntse mo re tle mo Yakhisizwe is based on the Councillor Award and the day mo how Mosipedi at Lemhonna office. And we had a discussion around how do we help bana ba sekolang ka uniform or stationery. And normally, you know, some of the things obviously we help kids with registration for university. We help kids. Now we're going to have a back to school cover my books program. So I was saying to him, okay, I have to read the list from all councillors and see how do we help those kids get a uniform and so forth. But fortunately, at night, in the evening, then the deputy minister phoned whereas how am I going to help all these kids? Because it's a lot of kids and the unemployment rate is very high. So I can only understand but so at night, the deputy minister phoned and said, okay, I'll take the deputy minister Yakhisizwe because the ward councillor the challenges that the school in terms of Banaba school so that's how it happened for the Yakhisizwe.
Executive Mayor, e ka ba maikemisetso a hao jwalo ka meyara wa Ngwathe ra tseba Parys dikolo di ngata tima hore dikolo di ngata ene Ngwathe na le dikolo tse ngata e ka be in future maikemisetso a hao e ka ba ditsholo lena campaign na back to school e tla ne e tsamaye ye dikolong tse ding kapa e qalla mona e felella mona e ka ba maikemisetso Executive Mayor ke a feng hlakoreng le
ever since since 2021, we have always had the back to school programs. So we are moving around to all the schools around Moate because we've got another top of the 5, which is Eatonville, Frederick, Kopis, Hillborn, and Parys. So we share all those schools. Now the back to school program is not a program Moate per se, but it's a program that has been adopted nationally. President so it then also forces the owner as the Maswala to participate in this program. So even the one that will come after me will have to continue with the program but we really help as a municipality. So that's why even next week we are going to start covering books in terms of part of back to school. We are going to cover books for Banaba School or the covering plastics and covering papers. So from my office, I will be doing that to help them. And that will be in all 5 towns. It will not only be in Parys, but really at the top of the golf.
ke tshepa bohle bola mametseng le teng le mo le re shebeletseng le teng la utlwa gore Executive Mayor o tla ba le teng Freda photo chance ting ya rona ka fihla Kopis Hellbrone Eatonville Executive Mayor ka ba teng bakeng sa letsholo lena Executive Mayor potso ka ya go qetela ke rata go tshwere matric ya mang ha sebetsa hantle selemong sena selemo se fetileng ka matric ene ba bang ha ba hloleile ho phetha dithuto tsa bona ho pasa hantle ho Ngwathe mona a se Parys fela ke nana Ngwathe kaofela o ka re ngoma matriculant a faith a sa ka a kgona ho thola bachelor degree kapa diploma hore ba ka tswela ba tswelisa dithuto tsa bona pele ba ile ba hloleha ba se ke ba tswela ke ntho e feng o ka e buang ho matriculant a sa kgona ho tswela pele 2024 ke mantswe a feng o ka ba kgothatsa o ka buang.
Firstly, what I want to say, all matriculants because also go university, they want certain points or again. Firstly, I want to say that it's not the end of the world. They're still young. That can be an option. The second option can always request for a remark because you never know. Once you get that remark, remarks how and you might pass. But thirdly, fortunately enough in Moate, and I want to speak to everyone out there because as Moate in Parys, we've got a school, a finishing school. So we do have people coming from Frankfurt, from other towns, coming to Parys to come and stay and just to finish their matric. And the very same finishing school, it is like an upgrading of marks. So there are people that can have a university entry. They can come to the Parys finishing school. So it's not the end of the world. We've got a lot of options to do. So I feel like I cannot go back to a desk again and sit grade 11 that are now grade 12. The Parys finishing school, or now more Parys, we can sort you out. Thank you very much.
Executive Mayor, ke o qetela ena ke batla mo botsa gore ma matric a go no tswela hantle ba sebeditseng hantle ba thola di bachelor degree ba ikemisetsa ho ya dikolong tse phahameng ho lontshetsa dithuto tsa bona pele mara hona jwale e hlile ha bana matla a o tswelisa dithuto tsa bona pele ho ya dikolong tse phahameng o ka re ho bona ho batswadi bana ba senang tšhelete ba sa kgone jwale ka masepala Executive Mayor ke mantswe a feng o ka ba kgothatsa ka ona o ka bua go.
Okay, firstly, there's 2 programs that I'm a Free State the bursaries. So I would encourage those matriculants, especially for persons in hand, to apply for the bursary of the Office of the Premier. But after that, if it's not possible, because not all of us can get a bursary, Mwate local municipality, because I think also next week it will begin the poster where I am going to give the recommendations where my office assists registration fee. Unfortunately, we cannot give out the whole bursary because of the financial constraints, but we help with the registration fee for register. So that it was because once you have registered as a student, the nice part of registration is that you have an entry fee. How can I come more government in the program put on NS5? So you are able to apply for NS5. And the NS5, if I shelter dijo, it can also give you residential fees. So now I'm assisting you to get the registration with the hope you will get funds from NSFAS, and that's how we complement each other as national government, local government, by assisting each other. So we are going to give the recommendations, and the recommendations are as obviously Basukula. And then Basukulang, but we are going to cancel I need a letter, that's not going to cancel. Let confirm what candidate. House na mama mola kaneti lekeno aliyo and agabono komutwaji otakhona uyisangwana school. That's where we will be able to assist. But you also have to be a resident yamawati, because obviously the funds is yamawati. So it's like to serve to run.
Executive
Voilà aussi.